I grew up between two very different but very religious households with two very hypocritical parents, a Christian man who beat his children in the name of Jesus and then abandoned three of them, and a woman who saw religion as a buffet and gorged herself on it, joined a religious cult, and then used the idea that she could communicate directly with God through ritual to justify her horrible decisions. And so I avoided religion as much as I possibly could. I was very content being an anti-religion, pro-religious freedom agnostic. But it was all a lie. Turns out I am deeply religious. It's just that my religion is Star Trek. Religion is a set of beliefs held to with ardor and faith, organized into a system of doctrine and practice, and these beliefs center around a higher power. So what is the higher power? The United Federation of Planets, and the ideals of its pseudo-military Starfleet. The Federation is an alliance of planets that have joined together to pool resources, conduct scientific research, and explore space with the purpose of furthering universal rights for all sentient life. And a key premise of Star Trek is that meeting other intelligent life, along with advancements in technology that eliminate poverty, will unify humans in a way that we have never been unified in our entire history. And that when unified, humans will strive to do good throughout our galaxy. So that's our higher power. What is our system of doctrine and practice? Let's start with diversity. Infinite diversity and infinite combinations. The first race to contact Earth is the Vulcans. They teach infinite diversity and infinite combinations in their doctrine. And the value here being that diversity is an inevitable part of the universe, and the idea of homogeneity is villainized throughout Star Trek as represented in cultures that suppress and even criminalize diversity, such as in this episode, The Outcast, where this person is forced to undergo conversion therapy. I don't know why that's funny, but okay. Next, we have equality. One of the shorthand ways that writers indicated that a race of aliens were villainous or otherwise unevolved was writing them as misogynistic. Star Trek's core beliefs said that everyone had full personhood. Another core value is generosity. Star Trek portrayed avarice as a moral failing and frequently referenced how humans had left greed and the hoarding of resources in the past. Instead of pursuing material wealth, humans pursued wealth through self-improvement. And next we have learning. Starfleet's primary purpose is to explore and learn about the universe. Major plot lines revolve entirely around scientific discoveries, and many non-Federation cultures are baffled at the expenditure of resources to gain knowledge. I mean, look at these nerds applauding for their new astrometrics lab. Science is, of course, venerated, but so are art, music, and anything else that can be learned about other cultures. But there is a whole lot of science. Here, the crew of Discovery learned to translate pheromone-based alien communication using science and empathy. The value here being that expansive thinking is better than regressive thinking. And Star Trek teaches that diplomacy should always be the first resort, and that violence is only justifiable in self-defense. Every captain is portrayed as a diplomat first and foremost, rather than the commander of weapons. Phasers are always set to stun. Teamwork is vital to accomplish lofty goals, as characters from different planets with different cultures and abilities come together to solve problems, make discoveries, and survive disasters, as seen here with Geordi LaForge and a Romulan soldier working together to escape a dangerous planet using Geordi's visor technology, an adaptation for his disability. Suspicion and deceit are portrayed as something to be pitied. The Federation is often mocked by its enemies for being too trusting, but that trust is used to gain new allies, to pool resources and talent in times of crisis, and to further the goals of gaining knowledge and advancing universal rights. And though it dealt with a lot of many serious topics, Star Trek taught that life without humor is incomplete, and don't take yourself so fucking seriously. There is space for silliness in space. Can I get an Alamarain on 3? 1, 2, 3. Alamarain! So why did this resonate so deeply with me and people like me? Ad astra per aspera, a rough road leads to the stars. I couldn't have faith in God, but I had faith that humans could be better than I saw around me. Star Trek gave me parental figures I never had, people who taught me values that they actually lived by, not hypocrites who pretended to believe in something that they never followed. These captains would never abandon their crew, and they would risk their lives to help anyone, even the Borg. Star Trek teaches that a battle for peace, unity, and the celebration of diversity is the noblest cause. And Star Trek teaches using all of your might to protect the vulnerable, something I needed to believe in as an abused child. Instead of studying the Bible, I studied hundreds of episodes of Star Trek to find lessons on how to live. Instead of a God, I worshiped the idea that humanity can be better than it is, that it will inevitably be better than it is, but not before it sees the consequences of its flaws. And though we're not there yet, neither are we in any religion's vision of paradise. I always thought I was without religion, but I was wrong. My God is the Federation. My prophets are the captains of Starfleet. My heaven is Earth's utopian future. And my church is streaming now on Paramount Plus. Live long and prosper. And a la Moraine!